All right. Great Sunday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery in with our 15 minutes to mastery like we do each and every day. Coming in here to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation to get your day started off on the right foot. Today is Sunday, our Sunday Recharge, episode number 347. And I am coming to you live from the home office, finally back home after a great week in Tyler, Texas, but I'm only here for a couple days and back on the road, doing great things, helping plenty of people. But today I want to come in briefly and talk to you about what we do on Sundays, right? Reflection, thinking about what worked, what didn't work, what could be adjusted for the following week so that we can go out and attack. But the only way that you're going to attack is if you have discipline. Because with discipline, it's pretty simple. With discipline, everything slows down. With discipline, everything moves forward in the direction that you need it to. Jocko Willink says discipline equals freedom. Short, sweet, to the point, and so very true. Discipline equals freedom. I didn't get that. I didn't understand it until probably over the last year. Really. Even the first 6 months of us being in business here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, I put in a lot of work. I worked all the time, but I didn't completely understand what I was lacking when it came to discipline. I was consistent. I did everything, right? But there were still some things that were lacking. And this past week, I've known for a while the power of it, but this past week, seeing somebody else go through it just proved everything for me, hands down and beyond a doubt. Think about this. I want you to think about something. Imagine going in and trying to buy something from someone. Say you're trying to buy a vehicle from somebody and you walk into this sales consultant's office and it's a mess. And this person's really all over the place. And there's no structure to anything that you're doing. And it's a very, very hustle type of experience that you're going through, right? Just picturing those few things, you kind of feel already on edge a little bit. You may be feeling a little antsy. You may be feeling that little bit of uncertainty, right? But now imagine going in and sitting down with a sales consultant who's organized, who's calm, who speaks to you in a tone and a manner with confidence, and somebody who you can see is in control of their business, in control of their life, and in control of themselves. It's a totally different experience, even just imagining it, right? And that is the level that you can get to with just having the right discipline in place. Okay, because the reason why someone would feel a lot out of control, right, or overwhelmed, well, things move fast today, right? Lots of people they're drowning themselves in tasks and responsibilities. And I got to do this, and I got to do this, I got to do this, go do this, and they just feel overwhelmed. But it comes from that lack of discipline and routine. When you don't have that structure plan for your day, it's easy to fall into the trap of reacting to everything, emails, calls, little emergencies, whatever it is that may be happening without getting to the important things that you were supposed to get done that day, right? And the way that discipline can help you with that is because it provides you that structure that you need in order to be able to stay focused and in control. When you have these discipline routines, you can approach your day with a clear plan. Okay, you're reducing the stress, the overwhelm. You're allowing yourself that steady progress towards the goals. And this is especially crucial in sales for you housing consultants out there. For anyone that does any sort of sales, when you're juggling client needs and the tasks that have to be done, it could get very overwhelming really quickly, right? Now, discipline and high performance, the high performers, the way they use discipline, they use it in a manner that helps them achieve more. Okay. And that's what we want to work with you with, right? To become that high performer. right? Because high performers, they're not relying on motivation just by itself to get them through the day. Yeah, do they use it? Do they have it? Do they listen to something? Maybe read a book or get something that gets them going to provide that motivation? Of course, but they rely on discipline because motivation wears out. Motivation you can lose, but the discipline is what pulls you through, right? So high performers, they've got routines that create the consistency that helps them maintain that focus. So whether it's setting goals or that time that you need for your work or being able to build the habits that you need in your own personal life to prioritize a task and over distractions, discipline allows high performers to be more efficient and more effective without burning out. You may think, God, how does this guy get this done? How does this girl do all of these things? How is she able to do all that without feeling overwhelmed or being burned out or just being on edge all the time? It comes back to discipline. All right. Because the routine, the role of routine in success is huge. It fuels your momentum. Okay. So when you have those set routines, like dedicating the first hour of your day to be able to, whether it's do your marketing and making some phone calls, or maybe you're planning out for your appointments that you've got for the day, whatever. It's just building up that routine. It removes the decision fatigue. So many of us just get burnt out because there's so many decisions you have to make throughout the day because you're trying to do anything and everything that comes your way, right? And so when you're able to focus on what's most important, it helps you build that level of success. And high performers understand that sticking to a disciplined schedule is going to maximize their productivity, and it leads to better outcomes towards their goals and in the long run. And that's ultimately what we're after, right? Is making sure that you've got the discipline in place to be able to operate. Because in manufactured home sales, man, there's a whole bunch of things that need to get done. You PHCs out there, sales managers, general managers, you all know what I'm talking about. There is everything and anything under the sun that will take up your time and can take up your time. And plus you got customers walking in, and plus you got everybody else in the team coming in. You can easily go in 1,000 different directions if you allow yourself. Right. And I just noticed right now, hey, we had the great Jason Swallow from Titan Factory, right, from Georgetown, listening. And man, if you're still there, that guy right there knows what I'm talking about. That guy right there is a true high performer in this business. I mean, dude, the things that you have done, continue to do is just amazing. So keep it up, man. And you got a great mentor there in Rick. You guys have always been somebody I've aspired to grow up to be, right? So kudos to you guys, man. But here's the thing, back to what we're talking about, discipline, because it can enhance both your personal and professional growth. When you're consistently following through on your plans and on your routines, you build trust in yourself. You're not letting yourself down, right? And so that fosters that confidence because you know that you're capable of meeting the goals. When you keep putting stuff off, when you keep missing tasks, when you keep not hitting the goals, you start thinking, man, I can't do it. You just give up. And then you just go through the day. You let life happen to you instead of you making life happen for you. But it comes back down to a lack of discipline, because if you had the discipline, everyone could achieve more of what now you're going to get everything and anything done, everything done that you had on your list. Well, hopefully, but it's not going to happen every day. You're going to have those off days. But when you have discipline, you're able to jump back on the horse, get on it the next day, and be able to continue moving forward. But discipline is key. And how discipline also will help and benefit your client relationships is huge, because these people want to deal with somebody who's reliable and consistent, with somebody who's organized and methodical, with somebody who is confident, not a hustler. It's a big difference, right? And when you demonstrate that discipline in your work and in your office and in your surroundings, and you're punctual and prepared and organized, it builds trust. They feel more secure in dealing with you. And so when they're doing that, it just helps them be able to move forward and make that decision to choose you as a person that they need to be dealing with, right? Now, as we talk about all the time, right? We're out to revolutionize the manufactured home sales industry, where we're bringing in empathy, we're bringing in structure, we're bringing in all the things that will help grow it and change the perspective of the people, the public, of who we are, you are out there. And the common misconceptions is that too many sales consultants out there, they equate success to working long hours. Oh, I'm so busy. Oh, I've got so many things to do. That's right. And they're consistently grinding. They're just being busy. And that hustle mentality will often lead to burnout. And it also doesn't translate into better results, I'm here to tell you. Just because you're always hustling doesn't mean you're getting the job done. The reality of it is that discipline, it's not about how much time you're spending on working. It's about what you're getting done. It's about how effective you're being. High performers, they prioritize that discipline routine over working endless hours. I mean, man, I just mentioned Rick, right? Those guys at Georgetown for Titan had, I've always had one of the top teams, if not the top team at Titan each and every year. And I know that they weren't working as many hours as I was because I was not the disciplined guy as a general manager. I was not. I was that grinder. I was that hustler. I was just keep going. And now that I've moved on to my thing, I see the need for. I understand it better. I thought that was being disciplined. Now I understand the true reality of it. So it's not about how much work you're putting in; it's how effective you're being, and that discipline routine helps you make that. They understand that discipline leads to sustainable success. You're able to keep it going, right? So high performers like Jason Twaddle and everybody else around the country that operates at that level, okay, they know discipline is the foundation for success. The structure, those routines, they create consistency for them. It just happens over. How does that guy do it? How does he get all that business? It's consistency. It's discipline, right? It reduces your decision fatigue, like I mentioned, because you know that you're only working on these things and you're not having to answer everybody and anybody's questions because there's a time allotted for that. Okay, high performers, they develop that routine that eliminates the decision fatigue so they can focus on that high priority tasks. You're building momentum and it overall, you're just improving your overall performance. So what are the top 5 benefits of being a disciplined high performer? First and foremost, it increases your productivity. Productivity is through the roof. You get more business, you get more deals done. They're moving quicker, they're moving faster, they're closing, you're delivering more homes, and obviously you're helping more families, which means in turn that you are benefiting financially a lot more than any other sales consultant in your store or in your area, but it increases your productivity. Next, you also have much better time management. You're able to get more things done in the same amount of time as everybody else. Just this past week, like I said, I spent it with Ray Stinger and Mobile Home Masters, general manager, and we planned out his week each and every day, and we got all tasks done and more, and he didn't feel overwhelmed. Everyone on the team kind of had some growing pains adjusting to it, not just barging into his office for every little thing. But everyone was more productive and you were able to manage your time better. You build stronger client relationships. Like I mentioned, people trust you. They see you in control. They see you organized. They see that you operate in a certain manner. You speak differently. And so they trust you more. They want to deal with you even more. And it reduces stress and overwhelm. You don't feel that you miss things. You're not trying to remember what you were supposed to do. You're not letting everything become the most important thing. So you're not being stressed out all the time. There's only a certain amount of fires that happen per week or in a day or whatever it may be. Hopefully you're not. If you're having a whole bunch, you got other problems that need to be dealt with, right? But by being a disciplined person, you reduce that stress and overwhelm. And lastly, it enhances your personal growth and your confidence. The more disciplined you are, the more you meet your goals, the more that you take care of your high impact tasks, the more confident you become in yourself. The more confident you become in yourself, the more personal growth you have. The more personal growth you have, the better you are with your clients. And then it's just a cycle. And the better you are with your clients, the more you help them, the better relationship you build, and you're increasing your productivity because you're selling more, you're helping more families, you're being more productive, and you're able to get more things done. And you're able to also fit in your personal life. There's so much to it just by simply surrendering yourself to being a disciplined person. So on this Sunday recharge, that's what I'm going to leave you with. What are your tasks? I gave homework to several of the teams that I had calls with this past week during the week, and I gave them all the same homework. Write down all the tasks that you need to do in your role, everything that has to do from your work life to your personal life. And this next week, now you got to work on actually scheduling that out. And you have to be disciplined to that routine. The more you can allow yourself to do that, the quicker you do that, the less stressful your life becomes. And you will see that. If you need help with that, please reach out to us here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be giving you help. We're going to be giving you help this next month, November 18th and 19th. We're having our 2025 Path to Mastery event. It's online. It's 2 days, 18th and 19th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're going to have speakers coming in. We got Doug Tolene with Champion Homes. We got Tom Dunn with, he's president of Arizona Manufactured Home Association. We've got David Finney from Build Media, working on a couple of others that I'll announce as soon as I get confirmation, hopefully this week. But we're going to dive into time management. We're going to dive into leadership skills. We're going to dive into personal development or professional development. And lastly, we're going to dive into your 2025 goals, set you up a plan that you can go and attack and execute to make 2025 your best year yet. Get information on the website, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. Get signed up right now. We've got a couple of seats left at the 49. Next week, it's going up to $99 per seat. So get on that now. And we would love to help you, work with you, and learn from you at the same time, because we're all a community. We all work together. You guys have a great Sunday. Plan out your week. Make it the best week yet. And as always, folks, I can't wait to meet you.